Okay, we've now switched to Altium Designer. I have here open a Hartley oscillator project. This schematic here is going to be used for simulation. So you can see here, I'm going to open up the simulation dashboard. You can go to Simulate Simulation Dashboard to open it up. So as we talked about, the simulation dashboard allows you to have a guided setup. We're going to start here with the verification of the design. So as soon as we do that, it does an electrical rule check and it checks for all your simulation models. As you see here, we are missing models for everything, but as we mentioned, you have the ability to apply generic models. So you see here, it says, would you like to auto assign models? So I can simply click assign and update the verification, and we see that all of the models have been added except for J2. So we can simply click add model, and it's going to pop up here. And you see that you have the option to get models from your server, local files. We mentioned the .lib files, so we'll be doing that next. You have generic models, and you can actually click Octopart as well and browse through the collection of components here in Octopart, and anything that has models, you can actually select it. But we're not going to do that today. As I mentioned, the .lib, we have this local. So I'm going to do browse. It showed up on my other screen. As I mentioned, this is a PSpice library that is being read in. We have all of the simulation models. We'll go into more detail about this in a little bit. So I'm going to select right here, and you see the information is filled in. The pin model information is synchronized here, and when we go to the model file, we see the model here. Since it is a library file, you can see a lot of models here. We also see the format types. We have Mixim, LTSpice, PSpice, and as I mentioned, that will be growing in the coming months to support more digital models. As of right now, we support mostly analog models. So now that we have added a model, we're going to click OK, and we see once again, we update the verification. Anytime there is a change, you must run the verification again. So we come over to the preparation section. As we talked about, you have all of your sources in one area. You can add more sources. You can add probes as you see fit through here. From here, we're not going to actually add anything today. But you see here, you have the 4 different simulation types. Each simulation type allows you to actually have different setup conditions, as you can see. We also separated things such as Monte Carlo simulation, since that is essentially used to supplement these types of simulations. So I'm going to start off by running the operating point. Right, and you see here it starts running it. But when we actually go back, what you can see is the voltage, right? Because I said display on schematic voltage across the entire design here. As we run through the other simulations, you can do DC sweep, come back, transient, and lastly, AC sweep. So you have all of those results. As you see here, the results can be once again clicked on, and they will open up once again. So let's say you need to make some changes and rerun the analysis so you can kind of see the differences. If you look here, you can see show results, load profile, or delete the results if you would like. For the next section, what I'm going to show is, we mentioned the .lib files. So if I open up the components panel, we can see all of our component definitions that are in our workspace. But if we come down, I have the local .lib file. So we have all of these defined here automatically based on the models from the PSpice library. And what we see here is if you actually start making, if you place it from the models, it will automatically generate a symbol for you. So we're working on, making the symbols a little bit more realistic and usable. So in the future, this type of symbol will look more like this. And we'll do that by kind of recognizing the type of components. But for now, you have this type of symbol available to you.